Welcome back, you punk pussy bitch. I got an insane match for you. It's Devin Moore versus Match-CZW versus Spiral BKMY versus B-Boy versus Richard Swan versus Facade in an aerial assault match from CZW's Tangled Web 2 back in August of 2009. Major shout out to my boy Archie Lee for suggesting this in the comments. I had completely forgot about this incident until he said it. A nice little switch up in flavors from all the death matches I've been posting. In case you don't know what an aerial assault match is, it's where they take a bunch of guys who are usually light heavyweights and they put them all against each other in the ring and they put a box on top of the turnbuckle for them to jump off of. We get the match graphic and then we see all 6 men make their way to the ring, and I would show their entrances, but it would take so fucking long. You see all 6 men in the ring and then some familiar music starts playing. Greg Excellent, and he comes out with some chick and makes his way to the ring, and he gets on the mic and talks to the fans.
I figure we got Spiral, Match-CZW, and Facade. I'm the most junior heavyweight motherfucker on the planet. Let's do this.
Junior.
I guess Greg is in the match now.
Whole box of them. I think Greg Excellent has just put himself in aerial assault.
Bell rings and all 6 men start brawling.
Put himself on a scale to make sure he qualifies. And there's the bell.
As all the men fight, Devin Moore climbs on top of the box and just sits up there and watches them. Facade shoots Ryan McBride into the ropes and Ryan gives him a shoulder check.
That's gotta be the...
Facade nips up and McBride runs at him, but Facade jumps over.
Devin Moore.
Ryan kicks Facade and gives him an Irish whip into the corner, but Facade lifts his body up over him, and Ryan McBride gets on the top rope and does a backflip, but lands on his feet and goes for a clothesline, but Facade ducks out and gives him a springboard dropkick.
Taking 5, I guess?
Devin claps on top of the box, showing that he's satisfied, and Spiral BKMY throws Facade out of there.
He's not gonna waste his energy.
Facade and Spiral BKMY start going at it, and they do some awesome fucking counters until Richard Swan gives them a headset.
Absolutely, we'll open eyes with the office for sure. The people in the ring.
Swan runs at Spiral, but Spiral picks him up over the top rope, and Swan goes to jump, and Spiral punches him in the face, and then he runs and bounces off the ropes and does an awesome front flip over the top rope on him.
Spiral.
We get a shot of Devin Moore smoking a cig on the box, and B-Boy shoots Match-CZW into the ropes, but CZW goes through the legs and gives him a dropkick. Match-CZW shoots B-Boy into the ropes and goes for a backdrop, but B-Boy kicks him in the face and then gives him a nice punch to the mouth.
I tell you what, B-Boy, I think's the dark horse in here. He's not...
Greg Excellent climbs in the ring and gets face to face with B-Boy. They're about to start fighting, and then they look over and see Devin Moore still sitting on top of the box, so they're like, bro, fuck it, let's get it.
Oh, look at
Devin kicks him and tries to burn him with his cigarette, so they climb back down, and Greg's like, fuck it, B-Boy, let's go, and they start fighting. Excellent bounces off the ropes, and instead of attacking B-Boy, he runs and does a suicide dive onto all the guys.
Whoa! Suicide dive by Greg Excellent. There may be a big hole in the floor.
All the men are fighting on the outside of the ring, and we get a shot of Devin Moore sitting on the box smoking a cigarette, and B-Boy climbs on the top rope and jumps off onto everyone.
B-Boy gonna dive. Look out! Wow. Big cross body off the top all the way to the floor.
Devin finally puts out the cigarette and says, now it's my time, and climbs on top of the box.
Is Devin Moore gonna fly? You gotta be kidding me.
He sits back down and the fans are pissed. Facade's like, nah, fuck that, and he runs and jumps up there and slips and almost falls off, but grabs Devin and throws him into the ring. Facade waits for Devin to stand up, and he jumps off the top rope and gives him a sick missile dropkick.
Oh, big dropkick right in the mush.
Facade grabs a chair and sets it up in the ring.
Reeling. Facade now going.
Facade sets up the chair and he bounces off the ropes and he jumps off the chair and stands on the top rope, and B-Boy throws a chair and hits him right in the face. Spiral whips McBride into the chair in the barricade, and Devin Moore goes for the pin off Facade, but only gets the 2 count. CZW reverses Swan's Irish whip into the barricade, and we see B-Boy put Devin Moore on the top rope.
Charity show taking Drake Younger to the limit.
Devin falls into the Tree of Woe, and B-Boy gives the cutthroat signal and runs at him, but Devin catches him in an RKO position and gives Greg Excellent a head scissors.
My job.
Devin gets hyped up by the crowd and starts stomping on B-Boy.
The outside.
Devin just starts choking B-Boy, and then he grabs him and he pushes him outside the ring and climbs out there and gives him a nice forearm to the head.
I don't think there's a soul in the ring now. Oh!
Devin gives B-Boy a huge headbutt, and then we see Ryan McBride and Richard Swann go at it in the ring.
Was it best of the
McBride picks up Swann and gives him an Irish whip into the ropes and an awesome dropkick.
Mike Seidel, excuse me, Matt's brother, younger brother. Cruiserweight.
As Facade sets up a table outside the ring, Richard Swann reverses Ryan McBride's Irish whip, but Ryan holds onto the rope, so Richard gives him a clothesline to the outside and then runs and jumps over the top rope and does a front flip onto him.
So, McBride was scheduled to take on Carter Gray, and a #1 contender.
Swann over the top.
Swann!
Swann gets hyped the fuck up and gives a huge forearm to Spiral.
Oh! It's because of moves like that.
Swann puts his hands up for the crowd and then he goes to pick up Spiral, but Devin Moore throws a chair at his fucking face.
High praise, to say the least.
And the virginal hook.
Devin goes to give Spiral a high five, but Spiral kicks him in the stomach and pokes him in the eye.
You are a horrible individual. Finally, we got someone.
Get a shot of all the men fighting on the outside of the ring as Mike Seidel and Greg Excellent start fighting on the apron.
Nobody touches her but her.
Greg knocks Mike off the apron and Spiral sends Richard Swann into the stairs. Devin punches Spiral in the face, and then we get a shot of Greg Excellent going to climb on the top rope, but Devin runs in the ring and knocks him down.
I'll ignore that one.
We see B-Boy and Facade fighting in one corner, and Devin Moore and Greg Excellent in another, and outside the ring, Ryan McBride and Mike Seidel are going.
In your roof.
For God's sake.
Devin just walks away from Greg Excellent and goes over to B-Boy and taps him on the shoulder and punches him in the throat, but B-Boy pokes him in the eye. Spiral kicks Mike's fucking head off.
Stops anybody.
Battle of the dirt.
And McBride kicks off Spiral's head.
Oh!
Swann runs up out of nowhere and jumps off the barricade and kicks McBride in the chest. B-Boy runs at Facade, who's sitting in the corner, and Facade jumps up and gives him a huge elbow.
Oh, well scouted.
Devin Moore and Greg Excellent climb into the ring, and Devin goes up and attacks Facade, but Greg Excellent comes up and knocks him down.
B-Boy at the pass.
Facade kicks Greg Excellent in the thigh and then picks up Devin Moore and gives him some forearms.
Bodies all over the ringside
In
area.
a match like this, it's so hard to sustain an advantage because there's so many people in it.
Greg Excellent helps double team Devin Moore and he brings him into the corner and gives him an Irish whip.
Seidel.
As that's happening, Richard Swann gives Spiral a huge tilt-a-whirl DDT on the outside of the ring.
Oh!
We get a shot of the ring and Devin Moore's in the Tree of Woe again, and Facade goes to attack B-Boy, but he gives him an exploder suplex into Devin.
And the experience man.
Everyone takes a breather for a second, and we hear a noise, and it's Ryan McBride hitting a chair on the ground waiting for Spiral to get up, and B-Boy takes Richard Swann and throws him into the ring and climbs in.
Kylie Pierce would have a standby hoagie.
Oh my.
B-Boy slides in and gives a huge elbow to Greg Excellent.
Oh!
McBride cracks Spiral with a chair. B-Boy powerbombs Swann into Devin and Facade.
Powerbomb.
Greg Excellent climbs in the ring and jumps off the second rope and smashes his body into all three of
On the
them.
move!
Oh!
Crushing the breath out.
B-Boy sees his opportunity, he gives the cutthroat sign, and he runs and drop kicks all three of them.
Face left. Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
It looks like a car wreck over there.
Get a shot of McBride in the ring, and he starts stomping his foot, and he runs and bounces off the ropes and does a huge front flip onto Greg and Spiral.
He's got something in mind.
Former junior champion's gonna fly. Incoming.
Up and over. Taking out Spiral and Excellent.
Mike Seidel starts climbing up the turnbuckle and slapping the box, and he gets up there, and we see the first jump off the box as he does a moonsault onto all four men.
Way up.
This is
Penthouse
this is
Suite.
scary.
Oh! What a moonsault.
Crowd breaks out into a huge CZW chant.
You know, for a young
We
kid.
get a shot of Facade standing there on the apron, and then Richard Swann makes his way to his feet and gives Devin Moore a baseball slide.
Got himself noticed.
Absolutely.
Facade climbs the turnbuckle and starts slapping the box, and McBride pulls the top rope down, and Swann falls to the outside. This shit was fucking insane. We see a bunch of the guys on the outside with the security, and Facade climbs on top of the box and does a double front flip off of it and goes straight to the fucking floor.
Oh my! Facade!
I slowed it down and zoomed in, and you could see that nobody fucking caught him. He went straight to the fucking floor. That must have hurt so bad.
Good God!
As they check on Facade to see if he can ever fucking walk again, McBride starts slapping the box.
McBride now.
McBride climbs on top of the box and he waits a minute because he sees that they're actually checking on Facade because he's probably really fucking hurt, so he tells the fans to give it up for him.
Carter Gray unable to make it due to family emergency.
McBride sees the guys are up and does a huge flip onto them, and they don't even catch him either. We get a shot of all the men writhing in pain on the CZW arena floor.
Corkscrew type splash.
How many ways to hurt, to injure permanently? How many ways? Each one of those dives, I don't know how they're getting up.
Men finally make their way to their feet, and we get a shot of the ring, and Richard Swann starts climbing on the top rope.
Sal, that's as high as falling out.
Tells the crowd to give it up, and then he starts making his way onto the box.
Young Rich Swann climbing up.
Swann stands on the box, and he jumps off and does a front flip onto all the guys in the security.
Oh my! Look at this! Flipping senton.
We get a shot of all the fucking carnage from this match. There's just a shitload of wrestlers on the floor with the security guard. We get a shot of the referee, Brett Lauderdale, the owner of GCW today.
Lauderdale, the only one on his feet, and that's no good for anybody.
All of a sudden, we get a shot of Devin Moore on one of the sides of the ring, and he's pulling out a table from underneath.
Swann now rolling in McBride.
Get a shot of Swann back in the ring, and he's pointing at the box.
Motioning back to the box. Is he going up again?
Ryan McBride sees Swann climbing up there, so he runs up there and kicks him, but Swann doesn't see it, so he doesn't sell it, so it doesn't do anything.
He may have taken too much time. Oh!
McBride's like, God fucking damn it, and he runs up there and punches Swann.
Kick to the shoulder. Forearm shot.
Sod's actually fucking alive, and he climbs back in the ring and starts helping McBride double team Swann.
Facade now with a forearm shot.
All three men climb up onto the top rope, and then all of a sudden B-Boy and Greg Excellent climb in the ring and start punching them in the back.
This can't be good. Oh my!
They get behind the men and they do a huge double powerbomb, double suplex, aka a Tower of Doom. It's fucking awesome.
Tower of Doom! Oh,
Devin Moore climbs in the ring and goes for the pin off Facade.
Look at
Look at this, opportunist.
That doesn't work, so he goes for the pin on McBride.
Going again, hooks the leg this time.
That doesn't work either, so he goes for the pin on Swann.
Smart wrestler.
Another 2 count, so he gives Greg a schoolboy.
Manages to grab the bottom rope.
Another fucking 2 count.
Actually kicks out a 2.
Devin Moore's like, who the fuck else can I try to pin? And he goes for B-Boy, but B-Boy punches him in the face and throws him outside the ring.
Tosses him to the outside.
Greg Excellent looks at B-Boy and tells him let's go, and they exchange forearm shots.
Dazed and confused. Big forearm shot.
I think I saw a piece of pepperoni fly out of his mouth.
Greg Excellent punches B-Boy and goes to bounce off the ropes, and B-Boy gives him a huge punch to the face.
Oh, man.
B-Boy gets hyped up and starts punching Greg Excellent and goes for a spinning clothesline, but Greg ducks out and gives him a power slam.
Thunder. No! What a slam.
Greg goes for the pin on B-Boy, but only gets a 2 count.
Not enough. Good.
Greg walks up to Facade, who's on the apron, and Facade spears him and gives him an awesome springboard 720 DDT.
Gets the shoulder, buries it into the gut of Excellent. Going up.
720 DDT.
Oh, beautifully executed. It doesn't have enough to cover the man.
Facade sets up a chair in the ring, and we get a shot of the outside of the ring, and Spiral pushes Devin Moore into the ring post and kicks him in the back.
Oh!
Back in the ring, Facade runs and bounces off the ropes and jumps off the chair onto the top rope and does an awesome backflip onto Greg like Sabu.
Oh!
Facade goes for the pin and gets a 2 count.
No!
McBride climbs back in the ring and runs to Facade, and Facade goes for a clothesline, but McBride ducks out and gives him a huge fisherman buster.
Rolling to the outside. Oh!
McBride goes for the pin and only gets a 2 count.
Oh! Not enough!
Mike Seidel climbs into the ring and he kicks Ryan McBride in the stomach and goes for a reverse DDT, but drops a leg on him and then does an awesome standing moonsault onto him.
Oh! Innovative leg drop. Oh!
Mike Seidel hooks the leg and only gets a 2 count.
Very reminiscent.
Mike Seidel gets hyped the fuck up and screams and starts climbing up the turnbuckle.
Mike Seidel now.
Spyro climbs into the ring and starts climbing up the turnbuckle too, and this is where the match gets ugly. Before the match, Matt Seidel and Spyro talked about doing a Styles Clash off the top rope, and if you don't know what a Styles Clash is, I'll show it on the screen. It's a really cool looking move that takes a lot of preparation from both men to ensure that no one gets hurt. And now Spiral wants to do a backflip Styles Clash off the top rope, which is just fucking ridiculous. From what I read online, I'm not 100% sure if Mike agreed to do the backflip with it or not, but Spiral was like, no, we're doing it. And Mike Seidel said, no, we're not, and Spiral took liberties and did it anyway.
This can't be good for anyone.
Look, you could see Mike's arms are placed behind Spiral's legs, so he couldn't put his arms up to break his fall, so his face just smashed into the mat so fucking hard it knocked him out.
Sweet!
The crowd is going fucking nuts, and Mike Seidel is completely knocked out, and Spiral flips him over for a pin. Referee Brett Lauderdale starts counting for the pin, but Mike is completely on another fucking planet, so he can't kick out. So Brett's just like, yeah, he kicked out at 2. Swan kicks Spiral and picks him up and goes for an Irish whip, but Spiral counters and kicks him and goes for a kick of his own, and Swan counters that and kicks him. As all this is going on, Brett Lauderdale is telling them to get medical attention for Mike Seidel immediately.
Oh, like kick of his own.
Swan grabs Spiral and gives him a nice fisherman buster.
He's got Spiral hooked.
Oh, Northern Lights bomb!
Swan moves Spiral's body, and we see that Mike Seidel is still knocked the fuck out, and he looks like he's fucking dead, and the CZW staff is trying to pull him out of the ring and wake him up, and he's not waking up. Swan busts out a sick-ass standing 450.
50! Oh, there it is! Hooks that leg!
Swan hooks the leg for the pin, but McBride runs in the ring and breaks it up.
Breaks it up.
Devin climbs into the ring and kicks McBride, and then gives Swan a huge Yakuza kick.
Everybody else. Oh, Yakuza kick! Oh, yeah!
Devin tries to pin Swan, but McBride throws him outside the ring.
Again, making sure that pin doesn't go down.
McBride puts Swan into a Scorpion Deathlock Boston Crab.
Center of the ring. Swan's got nowhere to go.
Facade crawls on all fours, and B-Boy runs and jumps off his back and gives McBride a Shining Wizard.
Shining Wizard!
We get a shot of everyone laying there in the ring, and then the camera pans over and we see that Mike is still knocked out on the fucking apron, and security has a stretcher that they're trying to put his body on.
I think Mike Seidel's hurt.
As they load Mike onto the stretcher, B-Boy starts setting up a table.
I try.
CZW fans give it up with a huge round of applause as they load Mike on the stretcher and carry him into the back.
Fans now with a round of applause for Mike Seidel.
We get a shot of Spiral BKMY laying on a table that's propped up in between the ring and a barricade, and Facade gets up in the ring and runs and jumps off the ropes and goes for a front flip onto it.
Oh my! Oh! No.
Spiral moved out of the way at the last second, and Facade ate fuck. B-Boy gets the table set up, and he walks over to Devin Moore, who gives him a huge super kick and then starts climbing the turnbuckle. Devin climbs on the box and jumps off and does a huge shooting star press through the table.
Shooting star! Good night! Good night! What?
Devin pushes his table out of the way, and then he gets on top of B-Boy and goes for the pin, but only gets a 2 count.
Oh my God!
Devin's like, dude, no fucking way.
He lost those couple seconds.
Devin stands up and gives the cutthroat sign, stomping his foot, waiting for B-Boy to get up.
Best of the best. He's come here tonight to prove exactly why he's one of the best junior heavy.
B-Boy makes it to his feet, and Devin goes for a kick, but B-Boy elbows him in the head.
Oh! Big back elbow.
Richard Swan climbs back in the ring and slaps the shit out of B-Boy, and they exchange blows.
Swan now, open hand slap. Oh,
Ryan McBride joins in on the punches, and now all the men are just brawling.
Look at this.
As all the men are fighting in the ring, Greg Excellent climbs on top of the box.
Ripping it down.
Look at
He's
this.
gonna knock it off.
The full figure junior heavyweight.
Greg jumps off with a huge crossbody onto all the men.
Gonna fly. Oh my!
Greg Excellent picks up Richard Swan and gives him a huge tiger driver.
The Hindenburg just crash landed.
Oh.
Greg Excellent hooks the leg and gets the 3 count and wins the aerial assault match.
And Greg Excellent has won aerial assault.
That bitch that came out with Greg Excellent climbs into the ring and lays on top of him, so happy that he won.
A man who wasn't even booked came in here and just beat 7 other men.
Greg says thank you to Richard Swan, and he stands up, and the referee holds up his arm in victory.
Make weight, it's been overruled. Oh, what a match.
The fact that Greg Excellent's entrance music is Rick Roll just proves that he's the most supreme out of this match. Greg stumbles to his feet, and then he goes into the corner and climbs on the turnbuckle and poses for the fans. Greg's just perched up on the second rope looking at all the CZW fans just taking in the moment. Greg climbs outside of the ring and he walks around on the outside and he goes up to the veteran B-Boy and gets a handshake from him and then makes his way into the back. You get a shot of B-Boy in the ring and he beckons over to something that's out of frame. It's Ryan McBride and Facade, and they both roll into the ring and get on their feet, and B-Boy tells the fans to give it up for him. B-Boy shakes both men's hands as they all stand in the ring, and the crowd gives it up for them, and they walk to the back together in a wholesome CZW moment, and that's a wrap on this match, guys. Devin Moore was interviewed by Smart Mark Video, and he talked about this incident, and he actually said that Mike was saying no to Spiral to not do it.
Disrespect DJ, you know, he did what he had to do to buy the company.
Speaking of that show, mind you, yeah, DJ, you know, John took the money and run, blah, blah. Spiral, you fucking retard. Hurting Mike Seidel like that. I was underneath him. He said no, no, no. What'd your fucking dumbass do? Do a moonsault styles clash and almost kill the fucking kid. Way to go, you dumb fuck. I should have beat you up like Levy. I regret it.
Mike Seidel's older brother Matt, aka Evan Bourne in WWE, was on a U-Shoot interview where the fans get to send in the questions and they asked him about this move, and this is what he had to say. He had never even seen it yet. Here's a clip.
All right, V. Lee's Monster. Okay, we have a video associated with this, but first, how do you feel about your brother getting ring raped by Spiral BNKY? I've heard in multiple shoots he didn't want to take the move, but Spiral did it anyway. Also read that Spiral BNKY injured himself and is now wheelchair bound. Karma? Here's the video of it from
gross.
V.
I don't want to see this. Play it. I hate watching people get hurt. It's
you
gross.
can talk over it and
It's terrifying.
walk us
Wrong.
Mike Seidel now going high.
Going to
Those are my old
the assault box again.
That's the green and black.
Spiral cuts him off.
Spyro now, holding away. What you got in mind here? Setting him up on that box. Got him hooked.
Is this gonna be? You gotta be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me.
Good God, what has he got in mind here?
Pain.
This can't be good for anyone. Sweet Christ!
That was not fun.
That wasn't even 3, was it? All right.
So when something like that is irresponsibility on the part of the person in charge of that spot.
I am so glad I've never seen that before. I mean, I wish I still had never seen that. It's horrific. What the like, if you guys know what happened to Mike after that, like, a concussion like that and it broke his thumb, it was horrific. Who thinks of a move where you trap the guy's arms like this and then do a moonsault? It's straight. It's so ignorant.
Had he tried it with him before?
Of course not. Of course not. How would you even try that? If they had tried it, they would have both died before.
Would you say, if I came to you in the ring and said, hey, I got this cool move we're going to do as a finish, blah, 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 would you say, can we do this first? Now, show me?
No.
What's your responsibility?
Well,
and my responsibility in that
so
situation?
it's like this. The whole point, I always was trying to get better in wrestling. You want to know why I wanted to get better at wrestling? So I could wrestle better people. Because the people I wrestle would never, ever in a million years come to me with an idea that's stupid. Now, here's what happens is you're a young up-and-coming wrestler. And you think this might be the one move that gets, this might be it. Which, of course, you're wrong, but you try telling that to me 10 years ago. I told you I'll do it. I told you I'll take it because the guy I'm talking to is convincing enough, and that guy loves to do like crazy moves, so he's probably already thought it out in his head. He just tells it to you like he's done it a million times. Like you tell it to a guy you've done it a million times, boom, off you go. That's just a guy who only thinks of one person. He is only thinking of himself. Super selfish wrestler. I hate seeing people like that in the business. He's so upsetting to me. I'm pissed. I'm irate right now. That's gross.
Well, he was apparently hurt too. Isn't this what it said here? Read that Spiral injured himself, is now in a wheelchair. Karma.
Yeah, he was doing something else stupid. He should have taken a hint. He should have learned. He couldn't learn from others after he hurt somebody else. It's a shame. It's a shame.
All right, I'm gonna jump ahead.
That question from Match-CZW was actually true. Spiral BKMY ended up trying a 630 leg drop and completely fucked his shit up and became paralyzed. He suffered a severe spinal cord injury and was diagnosed as a level C5, C6 quadriplegic. He also had to have a tracheotomy put in. Not only did he completely paralyze himself, but he ended up dying on April 12th of 2017, but I can't find a cause of death anywhere on the internet. RIP to Spiral. Thanks for watching the video, guys. This is actually a request from my boy Archie Lee in the comments. My bad that it took so long to get it out, bro, but I told you I was gonna cover it and I got it out. I remember when this happened back in the day and I was like, holy fucking shit. When he reminded me, I was like, dude, I am jumping on that in 2 seconds. The match was really entertaining, as it's always great to see some good high flying. That Styles clash though, bro, oh my fucking god, I can't even believe that shit. This was also Match-CZW's very first match in CZW, so I'm sure he was trying to get over with the crowd, but that move was just so fucking insane. I still see that 58% of you motherfuckers that are watching me aren't even subscribed to me. What the fuck is that shit? Subscribe to me if you're watching my fucking videos, dude. It's a fucking revolution, so please subscribe to the channel. And to all you motherfuckers that have subscribed to me in the last month, thank you so much. Made a post on YouTube about it, but in case you didn't see it, I covered that match with Jimmy Lloyd where he used my thumbtack bat on his girlfriend Sawyer Wreck, and it's available on my Patreon. We got ARW's 5th anniversary show going down this weekend, and Nick fucking Gage is gonna be there, and I'm going up to meet him after the show. If you guys want to show me some support and pay me back a little bit for all these interviews and fucking shows I'm buying to entertain you guys, you can go to patreon.com/Blako561. You also get to see exclusive content such as the shows I film, the videos YouTube's too pussy to allow me to keep up, and Patreon exclusive matches. You have to type in patreon.com/Blako561 into your browser like I'm showing on the screen. And that leaves me with my major shout out and special thank you to my Patreon family. That's Thomas Sanchez, Wolfie Kohaku, Garrett McNulty, Grant Stoppel, Andrew, Matt Watts, Damian Edgerton, Logan Flanagan, It's Duck Sandwich Films, Juan Luis Gonzalez, Jack Egan, Crashy, Benjamin Ailing, CEO, Neo Kniff, KJR, Damo, Derek, Human Horror, Silence Enigma, Rob Gatewood, Orion Bailey, Owen Me Money, Hollow Point, Evan Davies, my new best friend Christian, Stuart McFerrin, Connor Doherty, Alex Byrne Tattoos, Tracy Warrobe, Ashmore Cook, Dylan Petrocelli, Eddie DeMeo, Mecha Cat, Brain Wrongs, Yogi Dick, Abdiel, Jeremy McNarly, Doc, Martin Guerrero, Javier Rosa Rodriguez, Jake Steele, Mr. Biggest Piss, Baker, David R, and Chris Graham. I love all you guys so fucking much, and I'll see you in the next video. Happy St. Patrick's Day, guys. Later.